Hi, my name is Chauncey Montgomery, Director of Community Library in Sunbury. We'll be interviewing the 4 candidates for the 2 open seats for the Big Walnut Board of Education, those being Stephen Fuji, Zach Duffy, Brandon Hogue, and Todd Smith. These interviews are a partnership between the Big Walnut Civic Association, the Delaware Area Career Center, and the Community Library. We'd like to thank the students that helped film the interviews as well as editing the segments for distribution later. And then we'd also like to thank the 4 candidates for taking time out of their busy schedule to sit down and talk with us. So we want to welcome Todd Smith, candidate for the Big Walnut Local School Board. And we're going to start with just asking you, why are you running for school board?
Well, I was appointed in April of this year to fill an expiring term. One of the members left the council, so I took over that position late April. Got to know the board members. You know, we've been working well together and whatnot, and so I decided I wanted to run for my actual own term. I believe that the school board should have people on the board that the school deserves, requires individuals who are rational or professional, realistic, who give steady leadership, who take a macro managerial approach and are forward thinking as far as the school board goes. Okay. And I believe I have that, and that's why I'm running.
All right. In the next 5 years, what issue do you think will be the most challenging for the district, and then how do you plan to tackle that issue?
I think one of the bigger ones certainly is expansion. We've got everything going on in with the chips and with Intel and Amazon and all that stuff. So and with people coming in and certainly the district growing, I think that's one of the bigger things that we have to look into certainly, and that's going to be certainly one of our bigger challenges. Even without that, the district has been growing pretty steadily over the last 10 or 15 years. Certainly the time that I've been here. I think what we need to do is really keep an eye on how the growth is impacting the schools. Where are the people coming into, so to speak? Is it mostly elementary? Is it mostly middle school? Is it everybody? And from that point, take a very realistic approach to how we expand. We need to really look into and research. Do we need to build new buildings? Do we need to maybe expand facilities that we already have? Obviously anything that we would do would require probably some type of building levy or whatnot, but we really have to look into the needs of the district and see where we need to go and do it in a very financially responsible manner.
Okay. So when you look at balancing issues of staff retention and district growth, and you mentioned doing it in a financial responsible way, how do you look at leading the district towards financial stability with things like staffing?
That is a big challenge. It always is. I think part of it will be a shift in the way we think of ourselves. Big Walnut, certainly when I moved here back in 2003, it was considered a smaller school and was rural. But since that time, has grown into mid-level and is really starting to get into like a Westerville or a Worthington or an Olentangy. So I think to start off with, we really have to change our mentality as to what type of district we are. And that's going to take time. We're going to, certainly we'll have people that will leave through retirement and whatnot. When that happens, we hire people that are in that kind of frame of mind, that we are kind of the bigger school, and we look to hire those quality individuals. The other thing that we do is a lot of it's communication. That's how we can balance what's going on, telling the district what we're doing, how we're doing it, and really researching it. We rely heavily on our administrators. They're the ones that are doing the work. We trust, certainly I do, trust our administrators to go out and interview and hire those quality candidates And I think if the board and certainly the administration has that open communication, that open connection, we're going to hire the staff that we need to move forward into the future.
How do you suggest our district promote unity and continue moving forward when challenges such as school security, book selection, and parental rights spur division?
As I said in the prior question, I think the biggest thing is communication. I think that is where a lot of where these issues kind of fall out of focus a little bit, is there's a lack of communication. As far as parental rights, something like that, explain to folks there are parental. We allow you to, have and want you to have involvement in your child's communication. Does the members of the district know that? We as a board need to communicate that. School security, what are we doing? How are we keeping your kids safe? Again, we need to have that open communication and really explain what we're trying to do as far as that kind of issue, and along with the book selection and whatnot. The more we put information out there, the more we explain it to the community, there's less fear. Knowledge will always suppress fear. The more people know, the better off we are. And I think as a board, certainly, and as a district, we need to improve on how we communicate with issues of that nature.
Okay. And then the last question we have for you, and probably the most important, is how will you be an advocate for all students at Big Walnut?
First of all, by trusting our teaching staff and our administrators. They're the ones who know what's going on. They're the experts. They know how they're teaching the kids. They know what the kids need. The administrators certainly are keeping on top of that and are working with the teachers through training, through everything that's required as far as that goes. What I want to do is I want to give the students, I want to give those individuals, the administrators and the teachers, the ability to do their job well. And that's how I'm going to advocate them, by making sure, or advocating for them, I should say, by giving the tools to those who should have them to be able to do their job well, not just okay, do it very well and exceed those expectations.
All right. Well, Todd, we thank you for your time and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you much.
All right.